Hi, welcome to day 5. This is my introduction week, and I have been talking all week about becoming a life coach, what is a life coach, and what a life coach can do for you. And today I wanted to continue that. My name is Cherie Marie, and I am a life coach. How I got started on my path, as I mentioned earlier in the week, I went through a divorce about 20 years ago and became a single mom, and the struggles involved with that. In my life, the way I was brought up and in the times I was brought up that a perfect life meant you got married, you had kids, and you were a mom, and that was supposed to be my perfect life. And I was okay with that. I was okay with being raised like that, and that was my Hi, Sheila. That was my goal in life, was to grow up, get married. That was my big dream, and have kids. And I did that. I had a nice childhood, and I met someone, got married young, and had children, and I thought life couldn't get better. And of course, my dream got crushed, and things started to change very early on. And it took me a while to get up the courage to move forward. But once I did, I did get through it. Good morning. And I want to say that because that was one of my biggest dreams in my life, having that get crushed was a huge struggle for me. I didn't really know how to navigate it. And yeah, hi Sheila, you grew up the same way, right? Because those were the times, right? And those were our dreams, and my parents probably put that dream in my head, and the TV shows and the movies that were out at that time. And so as time went on, I was going through a lot of struggles, dealing with the day-to-day of what to do about the kids and how to navigate through a divorce. And there was just so much that, it's hard to get into the details right now. But looking back, if somebody would have told me this is a good thing because it's going to help you evolve and it's going to help you become the person you're going to be, as the world evolves. And looking back, I'm so thrilled that because I did wind up being a person that wanted to evolve, that kept evolving, kept learning. But back then, if you would have told me that, I would have been like, I have no idea what you're trying to say or explain to me or what that even means. I would have been just help me deal with this now. So I get it. When you're going through something, it's hard to see past it. Well, it was the catalyst for me that got me to start evolving because I had to survive. I had to learn about myself. I had to learn tools to manage the day-to-day stuff. I had to learn tools to help me raise my kids, just me. And even before I was divorced, it was mostly just me, but it was, definitely just me at this point. So when I think back, I think thank you that was my dream that was crushed because it got me on the road to where I am today. And as I was going through it, and I had a therapist, and I had friends and family, and I took classes, and I attended workshops, I read books, and all those things were amazing, and I needed every single one of them. Then one day I was introduced to a life coach, and I tried life coaching. And what was interesting was, and maybe the timing was perfect, is the life coach gave me the opportunity to look forward and see what I wanted. And I was so busy dealing with the day-to-day stuff that I never thought about what I wanted it to become after this. So it was a great experience for me. And looking forward is interesting because it's almost like I was hesitating because I felt like I didn't have any control. If this happened, if this happened in my life and unexpectedly, then how could I possibly plan the next part of my life? Because I planned that part of my life and it seemed to have gone well, and then it didn't go well. So I was a little hesitant about planning. But, when I did start to look forward, things started to manifest the way that I wanted them to. And, I think it's a whole congruent thing about everything coming together for you when things start to manifest. And maybe at this time I was more evolved and understood more and was coming from a different place, so things were able to manifest differently for me. And having a coach to support me really made a difference in my life. Really, everyone that supported me made a difference in my life. And going through coaching also was like a class on me, learning about me. And I don't know about you guys, but how much time do you really spend thinking about, what do I like? I remember being asked the question, what's my favorite color? And I had never thought about it. I mean, maybe that's a Tony Robbins seminar helped you through your divorce. Yeah, I can see that, because we needed those people, right? We needed those people to help us look forward and motivate us to move forward. And right now I'm really grateful that I was motivated to move forward, because I feel like to be in this world today and not understand these things, and believe me, there's, I always say this, once you learn something, the more you learn, the more you see there is to learn. It's part of life. As we go on in our lives, we're going to keep growing and keep learning. And it's a path that I am grateful to be on. I find it exciting. And anybody who tells me they're bored in life, I think like I could never be bored. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong if you're bored, but I'm saying I have so much to think about and evolve to that I feel like it will never end. There's always things to think about, work on. There's more deeper ways to get to know yourself. Even the simple things, like I was saying before, like what's your favorite color? What's your favorite meal? What brings you joy during the day? How much do you allow yourself joy? How much do you think about what's good for you? When you answer a question, when someone asks you to do something and you answer, do you answer according to what you think they want, or do you really think about what you want and answer from that place? There's so much to learn as we're growing. And let's see. They always suggest a life coach for people who need help evolving. Yes. It's true. And it's not that people can't do it on their own, but everybody needs somebody to mirror it back to them, to give them feedback, because it's just, I don't know why, but it's hard to see yourself. It's hard to know it yourself. It's hard to see yourself. It's really great to have one-on-one support. And it's also great to have people like you mentioned, Sheila, Tony Robbins, who are addressing a large number of people who can relate. And that is great. You learn a lot from that. And I read some of his books. And every book I read, every person along the way helped me in some way. It's not one person. It's not one experience. It's the combination of everything and everyone in my life. So I just wanted to talk about life coaching today on day 5 and introduce you to who I am and some things that I went through. And hey, I get it. When you're going through something and you're struggling, I get it. It's hard to see. I forgot the exact saying. It's hard to see through the forest, or whatever that saying is. So it's nice to have someone to support you. So guys, next week I'm going to come back and we'll find a different topic for the week to help you move forward in whatever you're going through. So I hope to see you guys next week. If you haven't liked my page, please like this page, and you can, I'm gonna go in the comments and put down my YouTube page if you want to subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm gonna put all these videos there, and then you'll be able to just go watch the videos without having to go through the whole Facebook page. So Sheila, it's very hard to see yourself. I was so wrapped up in taking care of everyone else, and learned I had to take care of me. And yes, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. We get so involved in everyone else, we forget about taking care of ourselves. So bye for now, guys, and have a great weekend, and sending you all lots of love and big hugs. And Sheila, thanks for listening, and whoever else came on, thank you for listening. And whether you listened live or on the replay, sending you all just lots of love from my heart. Okay, bye for now.